South Africa has come to know the work of Joanne Lefson in promoting animal welfare across the globe. Her latest, most colourful collaboration is with a painting pig whose abstract expressionist masterpieces have raised 3 million rand, allowing her fellow shelter animals to live high on the hog.
My name is Joanne Lefson. I'm founder director of Farm Sanctuary SA, the inspiring non-profit organisation here in the wonderful region of Franschhoek, just outside of Cape Town. We have a lot of rescued farm animals here, and our very famous one is the one and only painting swine, Pigcasso. Here she is, and she's about to come out and show us exactly how she does her magic.
After traveling 43 countries to highlight the plight of rescue dogs, Joanne now campaigns from here.
I'd designed a very simple barn. A builder came, built the barn. It was way too big. I think he got the plans wrong. And I thought this actually needs to be a bigger concept now. And let's make it a non-profit organization. Let's rescue as many farm animals as we can. Let's invite the public to come and let's inspire a more compassionate kind of world for everyone. How did I meet Pigcasso? Back in 2016, the barn was built and it was time to rescue some farm animals. So I went to a local hog farm, not a nice place, and there were thousands of piglets running around, and basically I had to grab one. So I slid all over the floor and was trying to catch a little piglet and managed to catch one, and this was a piglet that would become Pigcasso. Brought her to the barn, and pigs being very smart, intelligent animals, I wanted to keep her entertained. So threw in some soccer balls, a tennis ball, I think, and there were some brushes left from the building of the barn. And it was interesting. Pigcasso literally ate and destroyed everything that I gave her except these brushes. And I thought this was amazing. Like, why is she so gentle and loving with these brushes? And I thought, well, maybe there's something in this. And having a creative background and being interested in art, I thought, well, maybe, I can get her to paint. And it didn't take long teaching her the basics of picking up a brush and making specialized brushes for her. It didn't take long before she was willing and able and very excited to actually go up towards a canvas and to paint across it. And of course, the rest is history.
When Pigcasso painted a design for the face of a famed Swiss watch brand, the range sold out around the world in just hours.
The process of painting is definitely a collaboration. Pigcasso is definitely the artist. She's the only one that paints on the actual canvas. But of course, someone has to set it up for her. Someone has to select the colors, which I do. Pigs see colors very differently. They only see half the spectrum that humans do. So I select the colors. She willingly, on her own accord, comes to the canvas and she paints. And when she's finished the painting, I dip her nose tip in some black ink, and then she walks up to the canvas and touches it and signs the artwork. And that makes it a completed original Pigcasso.
Since Joanne graduated in zoology, she has partnered with several animal ambassadors to get the public thinking of our fellow creatures in a new light.
There's a very serious mission behind Pigcasso painting. We are a non-profit sanctuary, and it's really to inspire compassion for farm animals. So it's really just a way for people to look at Pigcasso, look at the amazing artwork, and reconnect with a living farm animal, and hopefully look at their food differently, and certainly never eat bacon again.
The paints used for Pigcasso's artwork are child-friendly and vegan, which is most important to collectors who buy her work.
Well, the average Pigcasso sells for anywhere between 20,000 and 80,000 Rand, I would say is average. We had a very special one that sold at the end of 2021. It was called Wild and Free. It sold for 400,000 Rand. And of course, the proceeds benefit Farm Sanctuary SA. So it just means that we can do more rescue operations here. We can sustain the sanctuary indefinitely. And it was just very exciting. She was like, when we went and told her, Pigcasso, your painting sold, she kind of just looked at us and was like, whatever. She has no ego at all. What is life for Pigcasso here at Farm Sanctuary SA? Well, it's definitely hog heaven. In fact, it's hog heaven for all the rescue farm animals here. It's not a massive farm. I would say it's about 4 to 5 hectares, so it's a boutique sanctuary. They have amazing food. They have incredible vet care. We have an incredible, small, dynamic team that look after these farm animals, and of course, they love animals, so they have the best care. It's a very humble place. It's a very authentic place, and it's just all about these animals having a great life and a life filled with human love, compassion, and empathy. Pigcasso is obviously the most famous farm animal here, but the favorite is actually a big, fat cow called Baloo. And Baloo was the first cow rescued for the sanctuary. He loves people. Despite his size, he's a big charmer. He's really just a crowd pleaser, and actually, don't tell Pigcasso, but probably my favorite around here as well.
As part of the sanctuary's mission to connect the public with farm animals, it offers tours, wine tastings, and unique barn accommodation.
So this is an amazing loft apartment. Definitely one of the most original and unique nights you will ever spend here. Something very, very different. It's also a very personal space for me. Probably my favorite part of the room is if you lie on the bed, you can look out of this amazing glass facade and see this incredible amphitheater of mountains that surround this region. And also the staircase leading up to the barn, I acquired in India. Also, the patron of the sanctuary is Mahatma Gandhi's great-granddaughter. So a lot of personal, special touches, and at the end of the day, it's just spending a night here at the barn, listening and being surrounded by the sounds of these farm animals is just probably one of the most unique, most incredible nights you will ever spend on the planet in your lifetime.
A sleepover in the company of the animals reveals that for the star herself, it's the simple things that make life worth the living. Decent food, good company, and a place to call home.
This is Pigcasso's bedroom. This is very fancy for a pig. Lots and lots of hair, and a picture, of course, of herself above her bed, and her friends, her chickens, the goats, and her fellow pig friends can come and visit her anytime she wants. Pigcasso has a growing list of achievements. Well, first of all, in 2018, she was the very first non-human to host her very own art exhibition. That was in the waterfront in Cape Town. So what does Pigcasso do in her downtime? Well, Pigcasso loves to eat, sleep, and paint. And I would say she sleeps for about 23 hours a day, half of it in a mud bath, half of it in her stunning bedroom. She eats. Whenever she gets food, she loves her food, she'll eat. And then, of course, she loves to paint in the mornings.
She is never forced to paint, which means that getting her artwork produced takes time, is not guaranteed, but is always a labor of love.
What is next for myself and Pigcasso? Well, this year's going to be amazing. We have an exhibition in Germany, in Hanmunden, for 3 months during this European summer. We'll be launching the NFT range in April, which a lot of excitement around that. First time ever that an animal is going to be doing a NFT. We also have another exhibition in Amsterdam at the end of August, I believe. And very exciting, she's going to launch her own book. Yes, I wrote it, but it's about her life, and that comes out in 2023. And what's fantastic is Dr. Jane Goodall did the foreword of the book. So that's a great endorsement for Pigcasso as well. That's what we know about. Of course, Pigcasso is still the boss. As long as she's willing and able to paint, the world is her oyster.
And gone forever is the idea of casting pearls before swine. Pigcasso's flair for self-expression is opening minds, winning hearts, and improving animal lives wherever it's shown.
Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.